Very warm welcome to this YouTube channel, Dr. Zia Ahmed. And today, in this very short video, we are going to have a little bit understanding of Mikhail Bakhtin's idea and philosophy about the making and analysis of novel. According to him, before him, the epic and drama were analyzed by the critics on certain basis, and the critics tried to analyze novel on the same basis. According to Mikhail Bakhtin, who is a Russian philosopher, he said that novel should not be analyzed according to the standards of the epic or that of the drama. In his book Dialogism, he came forward with his own views. He has been studying novel for the sake of his thesis, but the fruit of this he provided towards the common readers so that we can have a fair idea of that. According to him, a novel is a very best genre of literature, and so it has certain things in it which the other things like other genres, especially like that of poetry or drama, do not have. For example, according to him, this novel or the fiction that we write carries the element of carnivalesque, and that he takes from the word carnival. As in carnival, there is most of the time fun and enjoyment, and the roles can be reversed. As the carnivals in the beginning were performed only before or the presence of the church and the people of the church, so the role of the priest was turned into the role of the follower, and the follower could be having the role of the priest, and in that way, enjoyment and fun was there. Same is the case with the novel. The novel carries the carnivalesque aspect according to Mikhail Bakhtin. He says that if one is interested when knowing novel, in analyzing novel, then it should be understood on the same basis. Like the roles can be reversed there, the ideologies can be different, or the enjoyment can be had, or players can be had from the reading. Such is the story of the novel. The second most important thing which he says is heteroglossia. According to him, the language of the novel cannot be same. For example, the characters may be behaving according to their professions, according to their lifestyles, according to their social status, or even sometimes according to the situation given to them. Now, if a character particularly speaks a language, he gives a particular type of gloss. He makes the changes in his utterances, styles of speech, and the vocabulary being used by that person. And definitely, therefore, heteroglossia occurs. So every character can have his own language in different situations. Now, it was not possible in case of drama. A king has to use the language of a king. And same was the case with the fool, that if he is there, he has to use the language of the fool. But it was not the case in novel. The linguistic aspect could be replaced with another linguist aspect of the language, and the language can be brought forward as the best understanding of the character and his situation. So in that way, heteroglossia element is present as the second most important element of analyzing novel. Mikhail Bakhtin says that the same important thing with regard to the language and the speech of language is polyphony, according to him. Polyphony is the multiple size of phones, multiple styles of phones being used by the characters. For example, if a child is child, it will be speaking according to the child. It will be uttering words, and their pronunciations or their fluencies may be affected, and so a childish type of language will be there. Same is the case with the woman. For example, when she would speak, she would be carrying the aspect of the woman and special words of the woman, and she would be speaking in the style of a woman. Same would be the case with the man. The old man and the young man possibly may be there. So different types of phones are available in the novel, and these phones are not of just one type. There could be as many types of the phones as are the characters inside the novel. So in that way, polyphonic aspect of the novel is available, and the analysis of the novel should be done accordingly. It should be judged accordingly. And after that, Mikhail Bakhtin says that another element is that of chronotope. According to him, the chronotope is the kind of place or the age or the timing in which the story is being produced. In case of drama, in case of epic, it is the case that these two things have to relate themselves with certain events. The hero would be required to carry on certain events, and with respect to that event, he can relate himself to the age to which that character belongs actually. Now, this is not the case in case of novel. Mikhail Bakhtin says that the character or the hero has not to perform any deeds in order to associate himself or to recognize himself with the kind of age or the timing or the place. Simply, the novelist can come forward through a character or himself can comment on the situation and tell about the timing, maybe this century or the last century, or even it could be the 14th century, or it could be the place which may be in Europe or which may be outside of Europe. So there is no need of a chronotopic aspect. That chronotopic aspect has to be brought in the sense that there are no action or events being performed in order to relate to a particular century or the place. It is just the telling or narration of the novelist. So in that way, a lot of difference would be present between the epic analysis and that of drama analysis, and then it comes the novel analysis. And the last thing which he goes to suggest, Mikhail Bakhtin says that novel is written in the shape of a dialogue. So dialogue, although the dialogue is not there as in case of drama, the dialogue may be there. But in case of novel, the writer becomes two. One is his reader, other is his writer. And in that way, two people come side by side. The writer provides the answer in the sense as if the reader is asking certain questions. For example, if a character says that he has been ill for a long time, but he did not know about this, the writer can imagine the reader asking the question why he could not know that he was ill. The answer, the next sentence would be that I never visited the doctor, and the doctor and the medicine, I never visited that. And the question could be, perhaps you didn't like the doctor or the medicine. And the next sentence in the narrative can be, most of the time the doctor and the medicine create some type of irritation in my mind, and I possibly cannot withstand with the actions or the medicine smells, whatever the case may be. So in that way, the writer would imagine about the questions possibly the reader can ask, and as a result he would write in that way. There are the gaps provide the space for question, and then the writer would come up with the answer. In that way, a continuous dialogue takes place between the writer and the reader. So therefore, one can very easily say that there is a type of dialogue going on in that. So in this way, 5 complete aspects at least should be taken into view in order to analyze a novel. If this is analyzed accordingly, definitely better results or of understanding of criticism, of critiquing the novel can come forward. Otherwise, if we try to analyze on the basis of the epic or on the basis of this drama, possibly it may not be happening in that way. So this is all about Mikhail Bakhtin's basic analysis of novel. 5 points of novel, and that can be repeated as for the sake of conclusion. Number 1 is carnivalesque. Number 2, heteroglossia. Number 3, polyphony. And number 4, chronotope. And number 5 is the dialogue. So this is all what I wanted to say in this video. If you like this video, do not fail to hit the subscribe button and comment also if you feel that something more was required or some deficiency is there. The chance of improvement is always there. So see you next time in some other video. Thank you for watching.